gospel is to be obeyed, according to Dr. Gordon H. Clark. The suffering and martyrdom of Christians is terrible, and if God uses such severe methods to purge his saints, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? Here again we recur to an earlier emphasis, elect unto obedience. The gospel is to be obeyed, and to obey is better than sacrifice. 1 Samuel 15:22. 1 Peter, not to mention other books of the Bible, has a wider notion of obedience than the common one. Obedience involves not merely external conduct, like honesty, veracity, church attendance, personal work, but it also involves internal, mental, and intellectual action. It involves belief. In 1 Peter 2:7-8, the opposite of disobedience is belief. Those who refuse to believe are disobedient. In 4:17, the connection between obedience and accepting the gospel is again indicated. Compare 1:22 and 3:1. Belief and external action are of course closely related. Sincere belief produces action, and actions are an indication of a person's belief. But a typical Christian in the United States might reply in a hurt voice, "Do I not believe the simple gospel of Jesus Christ? Does not my action show that I believe in blood atonement? That is true, and that is commendable." But yet, does the Bible teach us to limit our belief to blood atonement? Are not Christian ministers commanded to go and teach all nations, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you? Matthew 28:19-20. How far then will the Christian obey the Word of God? Will he study the doctrine of the Trinity or dismiss it as hair-splitting theology? Will he profess to love Christ and object to the preaching of the doctrine of election because it is controversial? Will he continue to support by money and personal membership an apostate denomination that requires sinful acts as tests of loyalty? Will he support an independent church when Acts 15 teaches that all local congregations should be subject to a general council? Or will he earnestly try to remain in ignorance for fear that obedience may become too onerous, and yet the person of election is obedience? Obedience must be rendered to all of God's commands. We are not at liberty to pick and choose.